in. This is the first thing we like to do. Pop the hood, degrease everything, power wash it, close the hood, leave the car running and let it dry. That is how we do it. It avoids anything getting wet and keeping it from cranking by doing it while it's running. So we've already degreased it. We're now just power washing it with the motor running. And this is just sort of a final rinse. That's all been done as well. And what we're gonna do, now that we're done rinsing it all off, we're gonna close this up but leave the motor running. Make sure we get the top parts around the edges and jams and get all the leaves out. So we're gonna leave the motor running, close her up, let it do some natural drying. And while it drip dries, being shut with the motor running, let some of that motor heat evaporate some of the water off. Then we'll go back under the hood before we shut it good and we'll dry it off with a towel and follow it up with a little bit of engine dressing. Washed it, still got the engine running. I'm going to dry the whole thing first. Then I'm gonna lift the hood on the engine, dry that, and commence to dressing the tires first, and then the engine after it dries off on its own a little bit more. Make sure that we've hit the gas cap, gotten the rims all the way through the barrels, the wheel wells have been cleaned out real good and blacked out, and then we'll be able to move on to the interior. So I wanted to get everything washed and dried really good before I start on the rims. That way everything isn't in a rush and I can sit down in front of each wheel, take my time, get the wheel well really good, all the way through the barrel good, decontaminate the tire, and just use the best of everything. Get it really new looking again, get the rubber looking right, not all greasy and slimy looking, but SiO2 right. And you Mckees people know what I'm talking about. So, with that in mind, this isn't your ideal customer. He actually bought 2 premium details as gift certificates right before the holiday hit. Last minute shopping while I was up here. And he knew that I was a mobile service, but my mobile van broke down over the weekend and the second one had to be brought up here to my brother's shop while he's away dealing with a family crisis. So we're not dealing with ordinary circumstances, to say the least. But I wanted to cover this customer especially because it covers a thing that's going to happen every so often in this industry, no matter what. And what that is people are getting ready to sell their vehicle. We always recommend that you do the deepest level of cleaning, get under the hood, jams, everywhere that you would normally not pay much attention to. You would do that on this service to make it look as if you've taken really good care of the car the entire time it's been owned by you. So whether that's true or not, the goal is to make it look that way so that the asking value will be as high as possible. And people will feel confident that their vehicle was not abused by you previously to their ownership. So, we get under the hood, we do all of these things, but what we also do is when it's completely done and it's at its best condition and look, we take some good photographs and video footage and we help you get it on the market based on whatever you tell us your asking price is. And if you allow us to assist you for a very small percentage of the sale, we'll hand deliver serious buyers only within your price range. So that is a service that I've been doing mainly for closer friends and family for some time now. I would love to work it into my brand, however, and if you guys got any feedback about that or anything else involved in this video, please leave it in comments and enjoy the rest of the video. North Florida Mobile, we pride ourselves in cleaning the barrels on every wheel, even on the smaller services like a wash. And we always clean the wheel wells out really good on every service where the exterior is cleaned at all, as that is what I like to consider my signature. I like to black out the wheel wells and dress the tires just before I do any kind of waxing or anything, so the overspray will be wiped off in the process and I don't have to go over and over everything more than once. This actually will dry to a semi-gloss and it won't be greasy at all and it will not sling. It's going to look really good when I'm done. You will definitely see what I'm talking about, and it works really well for blacking out and trim.